Hearth and Fire Pizza is a Schwan's brand. The pizzas arrived in excellent condition. Schwan's frozen pizzas brands, which are Red Baron, Freshetta, and Tony's, can be found in most supermarkets. Hearth and Fire Pizza is a new brand whose goal is to deliver a premium restaurant quality pizza. The pepperoni is made with pepperoni, mozzarella, spicy red sauce, and a Parmesan herb sprinkle. The crust is fermented for at least 20 hours, then open fire treated at a temperature over 1000 degrees. The pizza has a fair amount of pepperoni on it. They highly recommend placing the pizza on a countertop at room temperature for 15 to 20 minutes before baking. The pizza was left out on a countertop for 20 minutes before baking. While baking, you get the aroma of a pizza. The crust after baking has some flexibility to it. It is very close in quality to a fresh baked pizza crust. The taste of the crust is good with somewhat of a neutral taste. The pepperoni on this pizza is composed of round slices plus some strips. They have a spiciness to them. The combination of the whole milk mozzarella with the Parmesan herb sprinkle reminds me of the taste of the cheese sauce on a classic fettuccine dish. It's not your classic pizza cheese taste. The tomato sauce really is not very noticeable. The main tastes are the pepperoni and the cheese. It is a delicious twist on the traditional pepperoni pizza. The Margherita pizza is topped with mozzarella, whole basil, traditional red sauce, and a sprinkle of olive oil. This pizza has sliced mozzarella and basil leaves on it. The cheese covers somewhere between 40 to 50% of the pizza. The crust was only allowed to sit 15 minutes on the countertop before baking. The pizza while baking has a classic aroma. The crust did not seem as flexible. Was more like your standard frozen pizza crust than a fresh baked one. The crust is mild tasting. The cheese has a delicious mozzarella type flavor with some hints of a mild cheddar. The sauce has a lightly sweet taste. The basil adds some savory taste to the pizza. The dominant tastes are the cheese and sauce with some savoriness added by the basil. It is very similar in quality of Margherita pizzas that I have eaten in restaurants. Overall, this is an extremely delicious pizza. The mushroom is topped with Gouda, portobello, onions, shiitake, cream, goat cheese, Asiago, Parmesan and garlic cream sauce, and thyme. There are a fair amount of toppings on this pizza. The mushroom pizza was allowed to sit 20 minutes before baking. The pizza had a pleasant aroma while baking. The inner crust came out fairly firm while the outer crust came out crisp. The mushroom settled down into the cheese while baking. The cheeses are fairly mild in flavor but tasty. The cheeses are definitely the dominant taste. The mushroom's taste is less obvious unless you bite down on one. The mushroom which is most dominant in terms of taste is the portobello, but it is largely overwhelmed by the taste of the cheese. You do get an occasional taste of the peppers and onions, which adds a sweetness to the pizza. It is a great tasting non-tomato sauce pizza. The Bianca pizza contains mozzarella, fontina, white cheddar, Asiago, Parmesan garlic cream sauce, and oregano. The Blanca pizza is fully covered with cheese. The pizza was allowed to sit 20 minutes at room temperature before baking. The pizza had a delightful aroma from the cheeses. The crust came out very close to what you would expect with a fresh baked pizza, maybe slightly firmer. Even the outer crust was soft. You really do get a diverse taste from the different cheeses. But, the net effect is more synergistic in creating an overall delicious taste without any of the cheese flavors dominating. The mixture of the cheeses creates a unique delicious pizza. Hearth and Fire offers gourmet-type pizzas. They are different than the kind of pizza you get at your local pizzeria. The crust on their pizzas vary somewhat but is close to a fresh-baked pizza crust, if they are allowed to stand at room temperature for 20 minutes before baking. The pizza remind me more of the type pizza you get in the nationwide chain restaurants that offer a gourmet pizzas. The pizzas that were reviewed were from mail order, but Schwan's has teamed up with Kroger's as their retailer to distribute them nationwide. They just recently became available at Kroger's in Longview, Texas, which was not one of their initial test markets.